I just thought of giving an idea to start as a part-time business in collaboration with someone from India, where we started recruiting students from offshore. Because for offshore student visas, you don't need a license. I completed that in 2018, and in January 2019, I attained the license. I always take a reflection. What if I was in their situation, So that makes me work in a very transparent and authentic way. I would make sure that you are getting a genuine and authentic advice.
Wonderful.
And immigration itself is it's very complex. There are a lot of policies. I was the only one looking after my clients, providing them the advice, doing the applications, doing the admin work, and all that stuff. I was just by myself, and now in 2024 we are a team of 13 people. She was pregnant that point of time, and she had a premature delivery. So she was going through a lot of mental trauma at that particular point of time. I can never forget the kind of
the impact
I have been able to make. At that time, my wife was pregnant as well, so I could feel their feeling as well. There are a lot of things happening in our industry. So I believe to run this business successfully, you need to be on your toes all the time. I have used my IT skills, and I have made sure that I've got the right people in my team. And we have got one of the person who is only working on the technology part.
Yeah.
He's working only on the marketing part, just to improve our businesses on daily basis.
Wow.
And that is what helps us.
Hello, it's a pleasure meeting you.
Thank you for providing us with an opportunity.
Since you have joined EzyMigrate, I think it's been 5 or 6 years.
I joined in the month of May 2019.
Since you have joined, I have seen you growing very fast, and there are not many other immigration consultants like that. A lot of people, because we have a lot of new fresh immigration consultants joining our platform.
Yep.
And but your company sort of stood out for us. I consider it as a fastest growing company on our platform. To begin with, I really want to know about your journey. How did you got involved in immigration industry, and
it's a very, very funny story though.
Yeah, sure.
So I would like to take you guys back into 2011 when I came in New Zealand as a student, as an international student. So I did my post-graduation from AUT University, and that was in computers and information sciences. And then I found a job, then I started working in IT field. And I wanted to do something, just for the extra income. I never had a plan. I never had in my senses that I'm gonna go for as an immigration advisor in my career. So because a lot of people used to approach me from India that we're also willing to come to New Zealand and all that stuff. So I just thought of giving an idea to start as a part-time business in collaboration with someone from India, where we started recruiting students from offshore. Because for offshore student visas, you don't need a license. So I started taking the contracts from different education providers here, and my offshore team was helping us in doing the visa filing and processing and all that stuff. So I started that in September 2014. So it's gonna be 10 years this year. So after spending a good considerable amount of time in this industry, I found that if I want to grow ahead, and because I was loving it, so in order to grow in this industry, obviously it's a great idea to attain a license. Then I started giving a serious thought about pursuing this graduate diploma in immigration advice program from Ana Hyatt, and I completed that in 2018, and in January 2019 I attained the license. So the journey is very, I never thought of it that I'm gonna be an immigration advisor. It just I think I was destined to become and help people in their journeys as well. And because I have been through that journey of student visa to work visa to resident visa, so I understand what the client goes through very well. So whenever we are serving any client, whether they're onshore or they're offshore, I always take a reflection. What if I was in their situation,
Wow.
So that makes me work in a very transparent and authentic way. And maybe I think that is the reason that naturally things worked out well for me, and we have been able to succeed in this.
So that means you're able to empathize with your client because you have gone through their journey, so you understand. And this is beautiful because I think everybody is looking for, and if you can find somebody who can understand your position, I think this is great. That's
because when I started this journey as an immigration advisor, so the response I was getting from people that if they had been dealing with some other advisor, they're not getting a transparent advice. They're not getting an authentic advice. So I assured them that if you are dealing with us, I would make sure that you are getting a genuine and authentic advice.
Wonderful.
And immigration itself is it's very complex. There are a lot of policies, there are a lot of procedures, there are a lot of instructions, and I can say confidently that no one is 100%. No advisor is 100%.
I see.
But working, if someone is approaching you with their case study and if they're relying upon your advice, it becomes a responsibility that you do your thorough checks. You make checks with technical advisors, get clarification on the policy, and provide them with the right advice.
Good. Yeah.
So this is the practice we follow. And naturally, when I started developing my team as well, I made sure that they're following the same practice. And that is the compliment we get from our clients as well, that you work in a very transparent way, unlike other advisors in the market.
So this is your team culture now.
100%.
Let's talk about the early stage challenges of your career. Is there any significant challenge that you faced, and how did you overcome it?
Sure. If you talk about the challenges in the early stage, a lot of challenges because I was studying, I was working just by myself. I was the only one looking after my clients, providing them the advice, doing the applications, doing the admin work and all that stuff. But that complete 1 year of journey in 2019 helped me to understand a lot of things, all the nitty-gritty. What is required at the admin level, what is required, what are clients' expectations and all that stuff. And then, because I'm from technical background, then I thought of incorporating myself, collaborating with EzyMigrate, because technology does help. This is what I believe in. So I started using your services that made the process, a little bit more efficient. And then in 2020 January, I started developing my team. Then I started hiring the staff. Started with a part-time casual, then we looked into the full-time staff, and we started with, in 2019 I was just by myself, and now in 2024 we are a team of 13 people.
Wow. So I do hear that you first build or focus on the processes,
yes,
and then later on you build the team.
Yes.
And do you think the processes evolve with the growing team?
Exactly, because what happens is, as you grow into any sort of business, you need to come with the creativity, I believe, and you need to come with the new procedures and processes that can help in bringing more efficiency into your business, and that's how the business grows, and that's how your team grows as well.
Wow.
So both the processes go hand in hand in a way.
In your career, is there any memorable moment, any moment that you would like to share with your audience that makes you feel fulfilled and achieved?
Though there are lot of memorable moments, in my career, because we are dealing with immigration cases on daily basis, and every visa is a success for us as well as for the clients as well. But there is one memorable moment that I would like to share for sure. For one of my client, who contacted me back in 2019 for her essential skills work visa application, and after that she applied for her partner's visa by herself. That got declined actually, and that time COVID happened as well, and she was pregnant that point of time, and she had a premature delivery, so she was going through a lot of mental trauma at that particular point of time, and I genuinely wanted to help her out, because I could understand what she's going through, and I was very feeling sorry for her. So I just went out of the box, to for help her for her visa and for her child's visa. And last year her child got a resident visa.
Wow.
She always thanks me. She's always messaging me on my birthday, on my daughter's birthday. She's wishing me or giving me all the best wishes all the time. So I think I can never forget the kind of
the impact on
impact
her life.
I have been able to make. Maybe I was destined to help her genuinely.
Yeah.
And there is one more case which I just I'm able to recall. There was one girl from New Plymouth. So she went through a tumor, and due to that impact, her visa was not getting extended. So her partner was my client actually. So through him, I took her up case, and I told her, see, I genuinely want to help you out, just to see if I can make any difference in your life. But luckily she got a visa, she got a work visa, and now she's in the pathway to get a residency as well.
Wow.
So I think money is a second factor, but sometimes when some able to fulfill someone's dream, that gives you a different kind of feeling in a way.
That is so beautiful, Pawan. Thank you so much for sharing it, because this is so inspiring even for me. I think these are the things that you will always remember.
Yeah, even there is one more case I would like to share. There was a client who took a study visa through us onshore, and she was on a pathway to become a qualified teacher.
Wow.
And they applied for the residency back in 2022, and immigration came up with the medical concerns of their child. And I can clearly remember it was last year, April or May, when we got the medical concerns for them, and everything was everything was okay in the case. It just because of their son's medical condition, it got disturbed. So at that time, my wife was pregnant as well, so I could feel their feeling as well. And I was in hospital last May when I got the concern letter, and I was fighting through it. And I asked them, see, these are my circumstances, so if you can please give me 2 weeks time, I'll make sure that I'm able to deliver the best. And by the grace of God, I was able to do the best, and they got the residency afterwards.
Wow, wonderful. And I think that is why people trust you more. People find you more authentic, and this is so important.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. Tell me, is there any funny moment? I mean, I believe nobody must have asked you this question before, but I really want our audience to know anything funny, anything interesting that you would like to share with us.
A lot of funny moments happen with clients as well as with the immigration as well, but I would like to keep it very generic.
Yep.
Because the immigration officers who have been hired recently, obviously immigration, they have not been able to provide them the proper training, and they are not that expert yet, and they come up with very foolish concerns sometimes, and you just laugh. I mean, you are the one who are assessing the case, and you need to be aware about the policies and procedures, rather than us teaching them that this is how you need to do it. So again, like I said, there are a lot of funny moments, but I'll try to keep it generic because that is what it is.
Pawan, you have so much experience. What do you think? What sets you apart as a successful immigration law practice owner as compared to a good immigration consultant? What are the key differentiators?
Good question. Like I mentioned in the starting as well, that I came here as a student. I have been through that phase of student visa to work visa to applying for the VOC to change the job, and then applying for the residence visa. So I can understand the feelings of an international student or a migrant, who is here on a temporary visa and looking for further options. I can understand their anxiety. But what sets me apart is basically the kind of transparency we are having with our clients at each and every step. I have seen people who don't even get a confirmation of their visa being submitted to immigration.
I see.
You must have got to know about one of the story, of a South American couple who their advisor told them their application was submitted, but in actual it wasn't. So they were not able to qualify under 2021 resident visa.
Oh.
So I'm just giving an example. So I believe when you are dealing with in such a crucial matter, in such a crucial industry with the with such clients where the expectation is too high, I think you need to be very transparent with them. You should not be overcommitting. You should be giving a genuine and authentic advice. So working as per the code of conduct set by the Immigration Advisors Authority, I think that is what sets me apart. And the other thing is, because our industry is very dynamic in nature. If you talk about the last 5 years, we would have seen a lot of phases. 2019 there were other issues, then COVID came, and there were a lot of transformations, and then then 2021 resident visa came, and then AWE came. There are a lot of things happening in our industry. So I believe to run this business successfully, you need to be on your toes all the time. You need to be very proactive with your approach. You have to take proactive steps to make sure that you are able to capture the right audience. On top of that, you have to provide the genuine and authentic advice, but keeping that approach where you are able to update your potential clients in a right way possible helps you in building the business.
I completely agree with you, because I have noticed your efforts on social media, and it is really good. It's something that is also I think other people needs to do as well. There's a flair of marketing, good marketing, and the IT skill which I could see while looking at your website and your portfolio. I realized there is it's like it's young modern entrepreneur making all the right efforts to scale their businesses, and that's something I really feel people lack. Immigration consultants, in my understanding, who are fresh consultants, they are good, they understand the law, they are good with their understanding of immigration law, but they have very little understanding of how to build or scale their business.
True, I agree.
And that's where I do see a point of differentiation. I do feel that you definitely have done something right that has helped you scale your business.
No, I agree with it, because like I mentioned, I'm from technical background, so
yes.
I do understand the importance of technology and how technology can help in increase your business efficiency and increase your business scale as well. So definitely I think I have used my IT skills, and I have made sure that I've got the right people in my team, and we have got one of the person who is only working on the technology part. He's working only on the marketing part, just to improve our businesses on daily basis. And that is what helps us.
Now, talking about the technology, how do you see immigration industry evolving with the recent technological advancements?
See, Anna, if you go into a flashback, when immigration was doing only the paper-based applications, there was a lot of delays. Processing times were too much at that point of time, and now if you think from immigration's perspective as well, since they have started involving technology into their processes and procedures for each and every application they are working on, obviously it's helping everyone, advisors as well as the the clients as well. Same thing applies in the immigration advisors practice as well. If you incorporate technology into your processes and procedures, obviously it becomes hassle-free for the clients as well, because see, everyone is in the rush these days, and everyone is tech savvy as well. So I think it's a great idea to blend the technology with your processes and procedures, so that you are able to save the time, and even it becomes easy for the clients as well.
And I do want to make a comment. I remember when immigration rolled their new portal, there was a lot of complaints, but then eventually all subsided and looks like they're performing well and it's bug free. So initially adoption of technology or new systems, it can be troublesome, but then eventually it has an added value to your
100%.
business, yeah?
See, nothing is 100% at first stage. Obviously, you know, when you launch anything and you start using it over and as per the feedback and as per you know, your own experience, you know, you can always make it better day by day. So that is what happens.
Pawan, thank you for your time, and this is my last question. What are you most proud about your immigration career?
The most proud moment is that in the last 5 years we have been able to serve more than 3,000 individual clients, which includes applicants, employers, and we have been able to do more than 5,000 applications.
Amazing, that's wonderful.
Yeah, so I mean, I never anticipated that
this is big.
That we'll be able to achieve this much. But I think, like I mentioned earlier as well, I think whatever you know, procedures and processes we are following and the authenticity is there in our you know, in our advice and the practices we are following has helped us in, you know, achieving this.
Awesome. And what is your success rate?
It's close to 100%.
Wow, I think this is amazing.
It's close to 100%. It will be anywhere around 97, 98, I believe.
Oh my God, this is amazing. It's wonderful knowing you, and I hope other immigration consultants, other people who are starting their migration journey will be able to see this, and I hope this interview will add some value to their life and to their journey as well. Thank you very much for the insights.
Thank you, Anna. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.